Funding for this program was made possible by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale.
Who's Renee Wallace, and why do her neighbors stop to sing her praises?
Of the thousands of submissions, which one was selected as this year's grand prize winner of the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest?
Why are illegal garage conversions serious risks to public safety?
Join us as we find the answers to these questions and much more on another home run episode of NSTV.
NSTV,
a GEM Award from the City of Glendale.
I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumian, NSTV.
Adopt a Block program, Youth Employment Program,
Code Enforcement Minute, GEM Awards.
Neighborhood Services TV. Hi there, Jewel City. I'm Juan Gonzalez, Neighborhood Services Public Education Coordinator.
And I'm Elena Magadumian, Public Education Specialist, and we're here welcoming you to the latest installment of NSTV, your window into the programs and projects operated by the City of Glendale, Neighborhood Services, and its partners.
The theme of this month's show is Spring into Action. Now that winter has ended, it's time to enjoy the flowers, picnics in the park, longer days, and of course the national pastime, baseball. And I can't think of a better place to experience all of these things than Brand Park, the jewel of Glendale's parks.
That's right, Juan. We're here doing a little bit of spring training, but we'll also be showcasing the many different things to do here at Brand Park. Many people think of different things when they think of spring, but want to know what I think of, Juan?
Let me use my expert mind reading abilities. Is it bigger than a bread box?
Maybe I should just tell the audience at home. After all, this is only a half-hour show.
Oh, wait, I got it. The I Love My Neighborhood poster contest.
Wow, you must really be psychic.
No, I just wrote this month's episode. The Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale and Neighborhood Services have been sponsoring the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest for 8 years. This year's theme was Preventing Pollution in My Neighborhood, and over 6,000 students participated from both Glendale Unified School District and private schools. Long known as Glendale's premier art contest, let's take an in-depth look at this year's contest, NSTV style.
This year, the Public Works Division is proud to present the inaugural award to John Muir Elementary School. With this award comes a $500 cash prize, and it's going to be earmarked for the purchase of books and educational materials for pollution prevention. Congratulations. I don't think you can cash this at the bank, but we do have the $500 check, and we have your award too as well. would you like to say a few words?
On behalf of the John Muir Elementary School, thank you very much for this honor. Thank you.
I'm here to do the recognition of the outstanding private school participant. Glendale Water and Power is pleased to present this first-time award. This goes to Incarnation School, and as with the award Carrie mentioned, there's a $500 cash prize which is earmarked for educational materials, for books and things to prevent pollution. You're welcome.
On behalf of all the parents and students and teachers of Incarnation School, I want to say thank you very much. But I want to thank in particular our art teacher, Mrs. Patty Pontrelli. Patty is back there. Thank you very much.
Every year the committee recognizes the outstanding teacher who mentors and motivates our youth by encouraging community involvement and responsibility. This year's recipient is a familiar face to the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest awards ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the outstanding teacher partner for 2001, Anne-Marie Chablassian from Chamblian School. Here's your award. You get to say something.
Sounds like the Oscars night. I'm so surprised and so thankful to everybody. Thank you, especially my students, my parents, my principals. We do work hard.
This is last year's grand prize winner. Grace, come on up, come on up. Last year, you're much more calm this year than you were last year. As I remember last year, we could barely see it because, you're so excited. Feel better this year? The third place winner is Helena Lee from Mark Keppel Elementary School. Come on up. Woo! Yes!
Girls.
Pretty good. Good. Thank you. The second place winner from Mountain Avenue School, Grace Chung. Woo! How about that? Grace, what do you have to say now? Another shock. This year's grand prize winner in the city of Glendale, all the schools. Alice, and the winner is?
Miss Sarah Callum-Carrion.
From Chamblian School. What's the first thought that's going through your mind?
I'm just
Excited. Folks, isn't it neat to live in Glendale? Isn't it neat to have fine people such as we're honoring today?
Weren't those kids adorable and talented too? I'm here on the pitcher's mound practicing my world-famous curveball. While I do that, let's join Juan as he interviewed this year's grand prize winner Sarah Kalamkiarian of Shamlian School and her teacher Anne-Marie Shaglassian, recipient of the Outstanding Teacher Partner Award.
We are here with Sarah Kalamkiarian, 5th grade from Shamlian School, the grand prize winner, the 2001 I Love My Neighborhood poster contest. Out of over 6,500 entries, Sarah's was judged number 1. How does it feel, Sarah?
Good.
It feels good?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've entered the I Love My Neighborhood contest?
No.
What was the first reaction you had when we unveiled the poster and you saw your poster there?
I was really excited.
You were excited?
Yeah.
Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about your grand prize winning poster, which is right here, right behind us.
Well, it's a robot. It's picking up trash, and the trash, it picked up some trash and it put it in itself. And the dog is also picking up trash. And then the houses are happy because it's clean.
And I'm rolling. We're here with the Outstanding Teacher Partner in the 2001 I Love My Neighborhood poster contest. This year the award went to Anne-Marie Shaglassian of Shamlian School, who has had 3 winners in the poster contest. The overall, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I think we surprised you this year.
Enormously.
Anne-Marie, why is it important for students to become involved in projects like the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest, the middle school video contest, and the graffiti paint out day?
First of all, they love to win.
Mm-hmm.
And second, they really want to be part of the community. Get involved, be citizens of Glendale, and then feel what's needed to be done for the city. And I think they really like it.
Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale and Neighborhood Services could not operate the poster contest without the support of our community. Let's join correspondent Evelyn Van Orden as she interviews the jewel level sponsors for this year's I Love My Neighborhood poster contest.
Thanks, Juan. I recently interviewed our jewel level sponsors in front of the traveling display of poster contest artwork. Carrie and Ignacio, why are the Public Works Division and Glendale Water and Power proud sponsors of the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest?
It's important for people to feel like they belong to a neighborhood. And I think it's great that kids would actually get to participate and really emphasize on how they feel about their neighborhoods.
They're eager to learn, and they will be providing the solutions for a better future.
What do the kids who participate in this contest gain from this experience?
Obviously, they're learning about pollution prevention. What's unique about the learning process, though, is that they are going through a process that ultimately captures their expression through a drawing. And the drawing takes a lot of thought, and it's timeless.
Well, I think it gives them a chance to take stock in themselves and take stock in their neighborhood. Actually gets them to focus on and take more notice of what the surroundings they live in, and actually emphasize the good things and the happy feelings they feel about being in their neighborhood.
Would you encourage other community groups and businesses to participate in this program?
Yes, by participating in this program, they are supporting the involvement of our youth in civic affairs. This is the same youth that are our future leaders and citizens of our communities.
I think it's a very good event because the community is made up of several neighborhoods, and the fact that each neighborhood gets to be highlighted and gets to sort of put its best foot forward through its inhabitants, especially its children, is good for the whole city.
Thanks, Evelyn. We've been running around the field catching fly balls, throwing curveballs, and the whole works. So we decided to take a little break. Now would be a good time to tell you a new program that's being offered to elementary school students. Right, Juan?
You got it, Elena. As viewers saw earlier in the show, the theme of this year's I Love My Neighborhood poster contest was preventing pollution in my neighborhood. In an effort to help spread the pollution prevention message among the youth of our community, Neighborhood Services has teamed up with the Public Works Division to form the Glendale Pollution Prevention Team.
Upon request, the team is available to go out to elementary schools and inform students on how to be more aware of their environment and what they can do to live in a clean, healthy, and safe community. For a report on the pollution prevention team's first school visit, let's join correspondent Jake Amar. Take it away, Jake.
The Glendale Pollution Prevention Team recently made its first stop on the 2001 Preventing Pollution in My Neighborhood tour at Chomley School. Take a look at some of the highlights in this fun-filled, high-energy presentation.
What I do is, when people make a mess and they pollute things and they wreck the environment, I fix it. I try to fix it. Okay, now it rains and it takes all that stuff down those pipes and it goes into the LA River. Now the LA River, it's about 18 miles down to the beach. When it gets down there, all the water takes all that trash down to the harbors, and it goes on the beach. That's how much trash is out there after one rain. 3, 2, 1.
What is the theme of this year's I Love My Neighborhood poster contest? Is it A, keep Chomley and beautiful? B, give a hoot, don't pollute? C, preventing pollution in my neighborhood? Or D, who let the dogs out?
For more information or to schedule a visit from the Glendale Pollution Prevention Team, please contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Congratulations, you both presenting pollution.
For NSTV, I'm Jake Amar. Hey Juan and Elena, did you guys get a chance to catch your breath after all that running around?
We sure did, Jake. Right now we're in front of the Brand Library, a cultural landmark in Glendale history. All that running around made us want to cool down by visiting one of the exhibitions in the Fine Arts Gallery at the Brand Library, the jewel of the Glendale Public Library system.
And Elena, speaking of jewels, or rather gems, let's join Sam Engel, Neighborhood Services Administrator, for this month's Gem Property Maintenance Award. By the way, Sam is just down the road over at the doctor's house. Take it away, Sam.
Thanks, Juan. It's now time for our Gem Property Award presentations. Our regular viewers know that the Gem Awards are a program of the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, which recognize properties that are well maintained and set an example for our community. Today we're here at the Doctor's House, which is located in Northwest Glendale, one of the many neighborhoods where we seek out and find our Gem Property Award winners. I'm sure that the Doctor's House in its day would have been a Gem Award winner when it was occupied by a series of Glendale physicians. Now let's join correspondent Lonnie Brown as he visits the home of Mark Haithman on Kenyatta Boulevard for our first presentation.
How long have you lived at this address? I've lived here since 1993, and at that time the house was 70 years old, so it's now 78 years old. Tell us a little bit about your house and yard and any improvements you have made on it. The house is a French country house, and when I bought the house it had the yard was in very bad shape, and I added a lot of the footpaths and the fountain, and some of the areas of the yard are planted in different interesting shapes. There's a shape of the United States with blue flowers for the Great Lakes, and there's a diamond shape in the front of the yard, which also is very similar to a heart, sort of like the enduring power of love. And Kirk Speakman, who's the gardener, has helped a great deal.
Do some of the planning, maintain the general cleanup.
Kirk and Mark, on behalf of the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, I would like to present to you the City of Glendale Neighborhood Pride Award.
Thank you.
And also, there's a plaque that you can keep in your yard that shows that you have this beautiful award that's presented to you by the City of Glendale.
Thank you very much, and thank you, City of Glendale, for doing this.
You're welcome.
As you can see, Mark's property is truly deserving of a GEM award. Now let's join our globetrotting correspondent, Carol Jean Felkel, as she visits the property of Ron Ura for our final GEM presentation this month.
Ron and Rosalie Ura, I'm here today to give you a beautiful award for all the work that you have done on this beautiful apartment since you bought it. And when did you buy this building?
We purchased this building in April 15th of 1998, so it's just about 3 years that we've owned it.
Well, you certainly did a lot of work in a short time. And how long have you had it all occupied?
Actually, when we bought the building, there was only about 3 or 4 families that were living in there because there was a lot of code violations on it, and the city wasn't allowing people to rent the places. The whole rehab took about almost a year.
Ron, would you tell us about some of the work or all of the work you've done on this building?
Well, generally we went through the whole building. Every unit was completely rehabbed inside. A lot of the units we had to tear completely right down to the studs, re-drywall them, re-insulate them. Rebuild the wood. There was much termite damage and dry rot damage in the building. We did a complete repiping on the building, and then redid the stucco, new windows, new roofs, pretty much everything from head to toe. The building was in such bad shape, there's just no way around other than doing it correctly and doing it complete.
Well, it certainly shows, and it is beautiful, and I can see you really have pride in ownership.
When you do fix the building up, you get better value out of your building and you get better tenants with greater rents. And I think you can't do anything else but gain with pride of ownership, and you'll never lose.
Ron and Rosalie, I want to present you with this beautiful Neighborhood Pride Award. It's from the Committee for Clean and Beautiful, and for all the work you have done on this beautiful apartment and brought it up to really make the street so much nicer. And we have also a sign we will give you, and you can put it in the yard, and it will show all the neighbors and people going by that you have won an award, Neighborhood Pride Award from the City of Glendale.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol.
Ron, let me offer you my congratulations for all of your hard work. It certainly shows. Any well-maintained property is eligible for a GEM award, and I would encourage our viewers to nominate one of their neighbors who's made a difference. To nominate a property, please contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. Now let's go back to Juan and Elena and see what's scheduled for our next segment.
Thanks, Sam. This month's properties were truly outstanding, and we can't wait to see what the committee has in store for us next month. As you can see, Juan and I are enjoying a favorite springtime activity, a picnic in the park.
After a busy morning of baseball and an early afternoon art show at the Brown Library, we've worked up a bit of an appetite. While we grab a quick bite to eat, let's join correspondent Vilia Zematitis as she tells you about the biggest volunteer opportunity and best party of the spring season.
Thanks, Juan. The Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, Neighborhood Services, the Public Works Division, Glendale Water and Power, and other community groups and businesses would like to invite you to take part in the 13th Annual Great Graffiti Paintout and Community Cleanup Day on Saturday, May 12th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. As a volunteer, you will be teamed with city staff to help clean up trash, litter, and graffiti in our neighborhoods. All volunteers will receive a free barbecue lunch and free commemorative t-shirt, as well as be eligible for prizes. Because we need to organize work teams for each project site and order lunch and t-shirts in advance, pre-registration is required. Please call area code 818-548-2125 no later than May 8th to pre-register. Please note that all volunteers are expected to provide their own transportation. Remember to wear your old clothes since you may get dirt or paint on them. And bring work gloves if you have them. And last but not least, don't worry if you've never painted over or scrubbed out graffiti. A city staff person will be assigned to each group and will demonstrate the removal techniques at your work site. Remember, pre-registration is required. please call area code 818-548-2125 no later than May 8th to pre-register. Back to you, Juan and Elena.
Thanks, Vilia. May 12th is just around the corner, and we can't wait to see all those volunteers giving Glendale a spring makeover by painting over graffiti and picking up trash. Remember, as Vilia said, pre-registration is required. Please call 818-548-2125 no later than May 8th. Hey Juan, what other springtime activities come to mind?
Let me use my expert mind-reading abilities. Is it bigger than a bread box?
Is that the only joke you can think of?
I think it'd be a good time to introduce our next segment. Let's join correspondent Lisa McMurray as she tells us about the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership, a group that can help you with your spring cleaning needs this season.
Thanks, Juan. The Glendale Youth Employment Partnership, or GYP, has been operating a fee-for-service youth employment program since 1994. Hundreds of Glendale residents have hired GYP youth to perform hillside brush clearance and landscape maintenance, haul away debris, set up and clean up events and parties, and perform other general labor tasks. All work teams are fully supervised and have their own tools and transportation. Dr. Stan Phillips, a longtime customer of the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership, is one of hundreds of satisfied customers. Dr. Phillips, how many years have you hired the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership to clear brush from your property?
Since 1994, I think, when the youth organization started.
What persuaded you to hire the youth the first year?
We read about it in the news press, and we felt that it would be nice to have the young folks work if we could, and it worked out very well.
Would you recommend that other residents and property owners hire the GYP youth?
Very definitely. They do a good job, and they are dependable.
What positive benefits do you see for the youth that participate in the program?
The young folks learn to take supervision, learn to do a job that takes hard work, and I think in all it does them great in development.
Dr. Phillips, thanks for speaking with me today. We appreciate your business and your longtime support of the youth of our community.
Thank you very much. We've enjoyed it, and we hope to continue with it.
If you would like more information about the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership or would like a free job estimate, please call 818-548-3727. For NSTV, I'm Lisa McMurray.
We're here now in front of the tea house in the Friendship Gardens at Brand Park. This is a perfect place to take wedding photos or to enjoy a warm spring afternoon.
I think that now would be a good time to introduce this month's Code Enforcement Minute. The high quality of life enjoyed by Glendale's neighborhoods is the direct result of a proactive code enforcement program operated by Neighborhood Services. Let's join Renee Sada, Neighborhood Services Field Representative, for this month's Code Enforcement Minute.
Thanks, Juan. This month's Code Enforcement Minute deals with illegal garage conversions. An illegal garage conversion occurs when a property owner alters or modifies their garage for living purposes without obtaining the proper approvals or permits from the city. When a garage is converted illegally into living quarters, serious health and safety issues are created. Improperly installed electrical wiring may cause fires. Improper venting of water heaters may cause asphyxiation, resulting in possible death. And plumbing installed not according to the building code may lead to other health hazards. Other health and safety issues associated with illegal garage conversions may include not having the proper amount of emergency exits or windows, not having fire-resistant construction materials, and insufficient fire prevention systems or smoke alarms. Illegal garage conversions affect the quality of life in your neighborhood. Improper and illegal occupancy of a converted garage increases the demand for city services such as refuse collection. An increase in the amount of vehicles taking up parking spaces increases the density of our neighborhoods and decreases the quality of life for all residents. A garage is meant to store your vehicles and personal items, not to serve as living quarters. An illegal garage conversion may cost someone his or her life, and this is why we take this code violation so seriously. Please be aware that legal action may be taken against any property owner who rents out an illegal dwelling, which results in harm or injury to its occupants. Due to the assistance of citizens reporting illegal garage conversions and neighborhood services code enforcement actions, there have been no major incidents in Glendale, and we would like to keep it that way. If you have any questions regarding this issue or would like to report an illegal garage conversion in your neighborhood, please call the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. With your cooperation, we will continue to keep Glendale a healthy, safe, and clean community. Join us next month for another Code Enforcement Minute. For NSTV, I'm Renee Sada. Back to you, Juan and Elena.
Thanks, Renee, for informing residents on their responsibilities as members of this community. We're still here at the Friendship Gardens at Brand Park. And Elena, why don't you introduce the last segment of the show?
Sure, Juan. The Neighborhood Services Adopt-A-Block program allows individuals and groups to adopt an area of their choice and to maintain it graffiti and litter-free for 1 year. Let's join correspondent Asha Jayasinger for this month's Adopt-A-Block Spotlight.
Renee Wallace shows her civic pride by participating in the Neighborhood Services Adopt-A-Block program. Renee has adopted the area along the intersection of East Glen Oaks and Mount Carmel. I recently stopped by to chat with Renee as she was performing her cleanup activities one morning. Why did you decide to become an Adopt-A-Block group?
Well, I saw that the area needed some picking up. People were dropping trash and leaving it, throwing it out of cars. And my husband was getting ready to retire in December of 1993, and I thought perhaps we needed a hobby or something to keep us busy.
Would you recommend this program to other families, organizations, and community groups, and why?
Oh, by all means. It helps keep our neighborhood cleaner and healthier, and we feel very well rewarded by what we do. I challenge other residents and homeowners groups to be involved in the program.
How do your cleanup efforts improve the quality of life in your neighborhood and ultimately for the entire city?
And since I've started, I've noticed that people don't seem to toss stuff on the public right-of-way and in the gutter as much as they did before. Apparently they recognize that I'm there to clean up. I think it helps others recognize that they should be helping too in their own particular way. And if they want to, they should contact the city and see if they can't become an Adopt-A-Block person.
While I was visiting with Renee, one of her neighbors was inspired to stop and share her appreciation of the contribution that Renee gives to the community.
I live in this neighborhood almost 23 years, and I see this every day. This nice lady, this is good citizen.
You can do your part to keep Glendale clean by participating in the Adopt-A-Block program. To sign up for the program or to sponsor an Adopt-A-Block group, contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. For NSTV, I'm Asha Jayasinger. Back to you, Juan and Elena. Hey you guys, isn't it time to wrap up the show?
You're right, Asha. We've had a big day here at Brand Park, and it's time to wrap up the show. For more information on any of the programs featured on today's show, contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700.
On behalf of the entire staff at Neighborhood Services, we'd like to thank you for tuning in and invite you to join us next month for another action-packed episode of NSTV. I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumian.
And remember, keep the Verdugos green and Glendale clean. See you next time.
Would you recommend this program to other organizations, families, Renee, can you tell us a little bit about your, for example, your activities and hobbies?
You had to be like,
This month's Code Enforcement Minute deals with, I can't get that. Back to Hugh. Back to Hugh.
Funding for this program was made possible by